Welcome back everyone, Oz here. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And today we will be cringing at r/ThatHappened. Do you know how fast you were going back there?
Relative to what, officer?
I clocked you at 80 back there.
Space and time are not fixed, therefore it can't be used as a point of reference.
Alrighty, have a nice day, freak. Luckiest #mom in the world, #anti-vax, #vegan, #kids. Almost forgot to tell you all, yesterday I went to the homeopathic store with my kids to get more oils. The lady who was restocking the shelves looked at us and said, "Oh my, you're anti-vaxxers, I see," as what I presume was some crude joke. Then Maxwell, my 11-year-old, said, "Yes, we are proud anti-vaxxers, and my mom does anything to keep me and my younger sister safe. What is wrong with you, woman?" Then my 6-year-old Sophia started laughing and said everything is wrong with her. She is killing herself like a government sheep. My kids and I started laughing, and silence surrounded the room as the women looked at us in disgust. The silence persisted until someone started to clap slowly. Then another person started clapping. Next thing we know, the entire store was full of claps and cheers. I was so proud of my kids. I can't believe that happened. I am such a lucky mom. Is it just me, or is she projecting her insecurities as the voices of her children? A police pulled me over saying my car is too loud and disrupting the community. I drive a Tesla Model S.
That's a flex.
Or a lie. Or both. Either way, I'm calling you out. I was listening to the song, my mom said to me, "What are you doing?" And I said to her, "It's peanut butter jelly time," and she gave me a kick to my face. My sister-in-law died in a fire. Her Bible was beside her bed on a stand. Not a burn mark on the Bible. Awesome. Miracle from God. But Beverly, she died. 3 days grace, painkiller. I put this song on the speaker of my house, and my neighbors knocked on the door, and instead of scolding me, congratulated me on my musical taste. I invited them to drink and enjoy together this incredible group. It was beautiful. I want your neighbors. This is like as bad as those, I put this song on, my dog turned into a wolf. Or, oh, I put this song on and my neighbors threw a brick at my window so they could hear it better. The following is an obviously fake entitled parents post. Get ready for some fun. I have ear infections regularly, and I have pills that I have to take if I feel any pain in them. As I was on a plane, the change in altitude makes them hurt like mad, so I take 2 to 3 each flight. If you overdose on these pills, one of the side effects is ears bleeding and an extremely dry throat. Important later. Background. I was on a plane on the window seat, and EM and EK were sitting next to me. We were just taking off, so I took one of my pills. "Hey, can my kid have some sweets?" It wasn't obvious that they were pills as they were in a metal tin. "No, they are Why won't you give my child some sweets, you fat arse?" "Mommy, I'm hungry." "Almost like it was rehearsed or something. Interesting." "Now look what you've done. You've made my child starve and cry." "Entitled kid was not crying." "Give me those." Entitled mother grabs my pills and shoves a handful into her mouth. Inside, I was laughing so hard. Even the kid was eating them. After the flight, I was collecting my bag. I saw EM and EK with bloody tissues in their ears, drinking barrels of water. I laughed so hard in the taxi, the driver thought I had a problem. Smiley face. By the way, the pills weren't expensive, so I wasn't that bothered, but I thought it belonged here. What really, sells it for me that this is a fake post is the "like it was rehearsed or something" portion of it, because it screams of Sherlock syndrome and I am very smart, but that's just kind of like my own take on it. So let me know what you guys think. I think this one is 100% bullcrap. I mean, I know for a fact that I've done a couple entitled parent stories that are probably fake, but I still read them anyways because I find them entertaining, and I think you guys will find them entertaining. But this one is neither of those. This is a comment on ASAP Science's video on 100 digits of pi. LOL, I've memorized this song and you cannot believe what happened to me today. I was in the English class, English is not my mother language, and on the board were new words from the text that the previous class did, and one of the words was pi, and the teacher just wrote 3.14. I came up to the board and started writing numbers all the way to the 100th number. And then I turned around and everyone was just staring at me, and the teacher too. And then she asked me, how do you know that? And I said, I remembered the song. And then I sung it to her and everyone in the class. And then she started smiling and said congrats, and everyone started clapping. I just have to say thank you guys for making this song. So I got a tangent here. It's a story that comes from my middle school years. When I was in, well, middle school. I was friends with one of the mildly autistic kids who was really bad at English, but awesome at math. I mean, you could ask this kid what's 482 times like 398, and he would just spit the answer out, and we checked it, and it was always right. It was awesome. It was crazy. We didn't know how he did it, but he was really good at math. He also learned how to memorize 300 plus digits of pi. We tested him on it. We watched him type down 300 something digits of pi, and sure enough, no mistakes. It was just crazy. Like, it's just one of those things where I can't explain just how phenomenal it was to see that in person, to see him just, you know, start punching in all the digits on the key. It's just crazy. Anyways, during Pi Day on March 14th, we had the competition to see who could list off the most digits of pi. With him being an immature middle schooler, he listed off the first 69 digits of pi. No one was able to even get close to that, and he sits down. We're sitting in this little group of four, and this one kid who is one of those one-uppers who always has to like one-up you on whatever you're doing, no matter what. So it's like, oh, I didn't get any sleep last night. Oh, you didn't get any sleep? I haven't gotten any sleep for 8 days. It's one of those kids. So he looks at my buddy here, and he goes, you got a 4 and a 7 swapped around. Now, because my buddy doesn't understand that he's lying, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, starts to believe that he messed up one of the things that he's good at and one of the things that people find impressive about him. So he starts blushing, he gets flustered, he gets embarrassed, and I'm getting pissed because, you know, this dude's picking on the autistic kid. Who the hell does that? So I look at him and I go, hey, how about you list off the first 69 digits of pi and see how far you get? And I get the response of, well, I don't have to do that because I didn't go up there and present. I just know that he got a 4 and a 7 mixed up. So we have my buddy write down the first 69 digits of pi. We compare it to what's on the computer, and sure enough, 100% correct. Had my phone out ready to text the cup of tea I have left somewhere in the house. Was stood there trying to remember the cup's number. Can someone invent this, please? Thanks. Rar XD, I'm so random, hee hee spork. I was sitting in university classroom. Sitting across me was this smoking hot black girl. I wanted to impress her and get her number. The professor started talking about how God does not exist, and that if you believe that God exists, you have to prove he exists right now or be kicked off the campus grounds. I stood up and walked up to him, put him in a headlock, and grabbed my sharpened pencil right next to his bulging jugular, and said, if you know God is not real, you will not be afraid to die, for life is suffering without purpose and death is sweet release. But all men know God exists in their soul, and I know you fear the eternal flames of hell. The professor broke down crying and pleaded me not to kill him and admitted he feared God's judgment upon death. I looked up and she was smiling at me. After class I got her number. Later we smashed. Hey buddy, that was the plot to God's Not Dead. So, well, I mean, minus the part where you put a sharpened pencil to his bulging jugular and smash the girl at the end. But anyways, nice try. How old are you? 33. And you don't have kids? Wow, time to get on that. I've had 7 miscarriages. And I hope we've learned a lesson in asking inappropriate personal questions. Okay, while she is technically right that that's not something an interviewer should ask to an interviewee ever, but let me just add, that was the weirdest fucking flex I have ever heard in my entire life. Holy shit. As a heads up, this next one is unbelievably disgusting. If you love pets, I would highly recommend skipping ahead about 35 seconds from right now. As a pre-post, this guy doesn't deserve oofs, so I'm not going to censor him like I usually do.
People who would save a pet are filth on this planet. Animals are meant to be eaten or left alone. I've personally ran over dozens of people's pets. Anytime I see a stray, I'll aim for it. I've driven over sidewalks and people's lawns. It's hilarious seeing their reactions.
So edgy. Listen here, you vaginal backwash. Go check yourself into a mental institution before someone checks you into the cemetery. Nightcore, Mockingbird. I really love this song. I listened to this when my parents fight. They were about to get divorced, but I showed them this song. Now they're happy as ever. Breaking news, this just in, divorce is now at 0. According to reports by armies of 14-year-olds, the Nightcore remix of Eminem's Mockingbird has the ability to bring the love back into your parents' loveless marriage. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm blown away by the fact that I hit 1,000 subscribers last night, and I'm still shocked to think that Monday I had just hit 200 subscribers and I was all giddy about that, and now we're here, and I couldn't do that without you guys, so thank you all, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.